Hey guys, it's Joe Snell. Israel discovers a treasure trove of ancient artifacts. Libya swears in a new government. And Monday marks 10 years since protests erupted in Syria and sparked the Syrian civil war. Let's catch you up on these headlines from around the region. We begin in Israel, where archaeologists on Tuesday discovered a stockpile of important ancient artifacts. The findings include fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls, a 6,000-year-old partly mummified skeleton, and a finely woven basket dating back to 10,500 years. These items were found in the Cave of Horror, which years ago was discovered to have held the remains of Jewish rebels who fought against the Roman Empire. Moving on to Libya, where a new unity government was sworn in on Monday. Last week, Libya's parliament voted in favor of the new government. The vote is part of a months-long peace plan sponsored by the United Nations. Headed by Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dbeibah, the government is now charged with guiding the country through to general elections in December. Finally, in Syria, Monday marked 10 years since the start of the Syrian civil war. Inspired by Arab Spring uprisings in Egypt, Libya, and Tunisia, protests in Syria began on March 15th, calling for the end of the Assad regime. The conflict would eventually draw in troops from the US, Iran, Russia, and Turkey, and other armed factions, and also fuel the rise of the Islamic State. The war is still ongoing. It has so far led to the displacement of millions and the death of hundreds of thousands, mostly civilians. Now hang on before you go. Here's a list of a few events coming up in the week ahead. On Saturday, registration begins for candidates in the upcoming Palestinian legislative elections. On Wednesday, the UN Security Council holds a briefing on Libya. And on Friday, the EU and Turkey discuss the future of their relations at a summit hosted by the European Council. And that's your MENA news for this week, and some for next week. For more reading on the region, make sure to visit our website at www.al-monitor.com. Till next week, stay safe, everyone. I'm Joe Snell.